First up, real easy question. If I was to get you to introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about yourself, what would you say?
I would say my name is Heath Holden, and I kind of fell into photography through photographing BMX and mountain biking, and I guess followed a bit of a path of curiosity for travel and the world and reality, and just trying to shoot some really high quality pictures of real stuff. Photojournalism, anything.
Beautiful, man. That's perfect. So I ran into you when I was living in Tassie for a bit, and thought you were pretty cool and tried to copy your stuff, and it was yeah.
You were wrong.
Whatever. Can you tell me about how you stumbled into this huge body of work that was photographing the Tasmanian Devils?
I can, yes. So I was working at the paper with you guys, and work came to a bit of an end. A bit casual, so I started looking for work elsewhere, and I came across a job in Singapore as a photographer for the Singapore Zoo.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
Yep. So that was to document all their kind of zoological processes and procedures, a lot of behind the scenes stuff, so access to things that no one else really had access to. And I did this for about a year and a half, and the time was up there. I was done. I was kind of over Singapore, so I was returning to Tasmania, and I really just had to set myself a project to put lots of time in, and that really stood out to me, like shooting the Tasmanian Devil project. It has some issues, so like the tumour and things like that, but basically I looked around, looked on the internet, and tried to find some high quality work of wild devils, not in a zoo or a park.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the goal set. So then all the work began.
So you found, just to clarify, like you were looking for these high quality images, and you found there weren't any. So you went about going to make some.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So all the stuff I found was a lot of captive animals shot during the daytime and shot with ugly spotlights and things like that. And I just, we can do better than that.
Yeah. Did you feel they weren't representing the animal fairly, or it just didn't look good, or what was the ambition behind it?
Yeah, probably both of those problems. Fair enough, you can go and shoot some cool pictures at the Devil Park or the Wildlife Park or whatever, but that's not real. Like, it's not in the bush. They're nocturnal, so they don't hang around really during the daytime.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's a great answer, man. Thank you. I know on your blog post it goes into a lot of the detail of, camera settings, cords and flashes and all that kind of stuff. But if you were to just sort of briefly run through it for us so we can hear it from you.
Yep.
What did it involve going out to shoot these things?
It involved a lot of trial and error. I'm a mechanic, so I've been able to make stuff all my life and just kind of whip things up. So I made like camera trap housings, and I got hold of some of the really high end active infrared sensors, which triggers your camera. Like cruising past.
Sorry, man, we just lost you there. So is it the Devil walks through the infrared line sort of signal, and then that triggers the flash in the camera?
Yeah. So you set the infrared trigger on a path, so it's a beam beam. It's like a quarter-inch infrared beam.
Yep.
Invisible, of course. And so that'll connect to your camera, just basically plugs into your remote control hole.
Yep.
And then you have another separate kind of cable setup, which will go to your flashes, just like an external flash.
Yep.
You can run 1, 2, or 3, or you run more if you want, but two is usually pretty good.
Yeah. So how did you know? Like, these are wild animals. How do you know that they're going to walk in front of your camera? Or
I guess I don't really know, but you can. I'd look for tracks and wildlife trails, and out in the wild, the wildlife usually will follow the same path a lot. So if you find a trail and prints as well, and scat, look for some scat, shows they've been around. You can kind of set it up and then see what you get, and then kind of dial it in a bit better for different angles and composition. So.
Wow. So for say 7 nights worth of shooting, or for say 4 nights worth of shooting, what sort of yield would you get in terms of usable or awesome images?
Let's say over a week, you'd probably. It does vary actually quite a bit, but if you to give an average, you might get 2 or 3 shots.
Wow. Yeah. So I imagine you probably need a high level of passion and drive, and to get out of bed early, or to get out there because man, it's freezing down there. I live there. I can't imagine.
Yeah, you have to like really just get out and do it. Sitting at home and won't get it done. So you just have to load your bag and just get out there and do it. And you go out and set up, and you can be out there for a few hours, like trekking around, because you want to make sure the spot looks good in terms of like photograph, like your composition and stuff. It's got to look nice. It can't be messy and horrible. So find the spot and then figure out how you're going to light it, and figure out how you're going to where you're going to put the beam, like the infrared, the trigger, the best spot to put it. Set it up, bash in some little stakes so you can cable tie the triggers to the so it goes on and on.
Oh wow! So, and just logistically, I'm thinking, are you still based in Devonport?
Yeah, I'm in Devonport. Yep.
Yeah. So, like, are you driving out into the bush a couple of hours every night, and then waiting out there, and then collecting your gear, and then coming home, and then going back to work the next day for your day job, or?
When I first started doing it, obviously you get a bit paranoid. You think someone's going to steal your stuff, but actually where I sessioned a lot of the times, really no one goes there. So I got a lot more confident in leaving it. You leave it for weeks and weeks and weeks. So
yeah, right. Wow. Okay.
You go and set it up, and like sometimes I'm just excited to go and check it and see what I got, but just to make sure, also to go back and make sure nothing's been, stolen, or nothing's been knocked over by other animals, devils as well. Batteries, so you've got to make sure the batteries keep on going on. So.
Yeah, nice one. Do you ever set a camera up somewhere and then forget about it? Is there any still sitting out there that you've lost?
No, that's forget about.
Nice one. Hey, all right, talk to us about once you started to build up this body of images that was working, what happened next? Did people start to notice them? Did you start to get published? What happened?
Yeah, so I was just really building a body of work, a bit of a general documentary of a Tassie devil and what happens during their life. Like I shoot pictures of their prey, like skeletons and things like that. And then so once I felt like I had a good variety of images to show, I don't know what you call it, but confident, like, that there was enough content to, I guess, illustrate a story.
Yep, perfect. Yep.
You know, then I started to propose it to some magazines and things like that.
Cool.
Newspapers will run one or two pictures. Our friend, The Advocate, they ran a bit of a running kind of update on how the project went, which was pretty cool. So,
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So that, just for the students, that's where I used to work and where Heath used to work, down in the northwest there. Fantastic. That's cool, man. Where's the what's the biggest run you've got with it so far?
the biggest, so BBC Wildlife magazine.
Whoa.
Pretty
Whoa, that's cool.
natural history magazine. I think it's like, in terms of sales, it's like second to just National Geographic, so
Wow.
like in terms of wildlife magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a feature in that one. That was cool. They pay well too, so that's just a bonus. But
Yeah, cool. I guess I was going to sort of lead my way there to talking about the rewards and the benefits for you as a photographer. I mean, the obvious one a lot of aspiring photographers want to know about is, did you get paid, or is it and the thing I'm more interested in especially is as you know, as far as scratching that itch, that need to create, did it really did it really hit that spot?
yeah, it was good. Yeah, I love it. I guess I'm not really finished with it yet. I'll keep doing it, you know, as long as every now and then I'll head out and set some camera traps or whatever and try and get some fresh angles in some different locations as well. But yeah, the pay, I didn't do it to make money. I knew that it would make some money, but you know, it's good that they published a full feature and they paid well. So
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. And I guess have the fact that, you know, when we go to your website, or as a client, potential client goes to your website and sees that, it's like, you know, it's picture, it's your portfolio that's speaking to future jobs, yeah?
yeah, that's right. It's almost like building a resume. You know, you need the body of work to keep getting more work, more jobs.
Yeah, cheers.
It's amazing. Like, you can read all the books in the world and know everything about it, but if you haven't got any work to show someone, they won't commission you to do a job.
Yeah, no, and I think that's a really important point to make. Like, if you've got, just because you've got the knowledge, like the camera skills and the knowledge, isn't it funny how, like, you can make the photo in your head, but until it's in your portfolio, it doesn't count.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't matter. Yep.
Yeah, cool, man.
And another thing that's just come about too, no one really knows this, but I'm going on assignment next month for Australian Geographic. So
Wow. Oh, congrats. That's amazing.
that's cool. That's just happened. And to rewind a bit, you know, like that feature in the BBC magazine helped get that.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, man, I'm stoked for you. That's great.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah.
Better have a beer.
Hey, have you got time to give us, like, just a bit of advice? Because, I mean, I'm going to give these students this, hey, I want a body of work sort of along this line, or you might, you know, I want you to find a story that you're passionate about and go tell it. At first, I imagine the students are going to feel that that's like such a big hill to climb. It's going to be, so where do I start sort of feeling. From some advice from you, where should they start? How should they keep motivated?
I guess the best way to keep motivated, this is what I've found anyway, is to just really shoot the stuff that you really love. Like, obviously you do have to go do some jobs to keep some income too, but on the weekends, go and shoot, I don't know, if you're into, I don't know, whatever it is, you know, I'll go shoot some dirt bikes and some BMX and mountain bikes and things like that, because that's what I've done all my life, ridden bikes, and it's just something that I can never part with. So and the bike magazines too. So that, you know, it can bring in some money as well. But basically just don't, I don't know how to explain it, but I guess just keep the passion ignited with shooting anything that you love. Like, I don't know if you like dancing or I don't know. I don't know.
No, I'm with you. So unless like, and I guess what I'm feeling you're saying is, if trust your passion in the subject and the story will come. Like someone might think, oh, you know, like you're really interested in these cute little animals. Well, they're not really. I guess they're kind of cute. I wouldn't want to pat one, but you know, some like you're passionate about that, but not once did you think. Not once did that fear come into your head that no one else would be interested. You just went and did it, and I think blocking out that fear is key.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta not really worry about what other people think. If you love it and if you know a lot of, you know, if you know a lot about a certain subject, well then there's a head start because you. Like say the bike stuff, I know a lot of angles, you know, that's just my example, bike riding, but I know it because I've done it for so long.
Yep.
So it's a fact of knowing the subject. Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. And I imagine after hearing your voice and seeing your stuff, students are going to want to know how to follow you. What's the best way to keep abreast of all the news and developments at Heath Holden Inc.?
So yeah, website is so my name, heathholdenphotography.com. On the gram, the old Instagram.
Yeah, yep.
It's just Heath Holden Photo. And then Facebook, same thing, Heath Holden Photo.
Awesome, very cool. Oh, well, that's cool, man. I'll hit the stop on the recording. Thank you so much for your everything. That was brilliant. Oh, you're big time.
You're very welcome.